software engineer at Thatch, and at Thatch we help companies get great healthcare benefits for their teams. If you live in San Francisco, you may have seen our bus driving around with our health benefits from the future branding on it. And I am going to show you how you can get your team great health benefits in 10 minutes, because I don't have much more time, and also because building a blog in 15 minutes is so 2005. So here we go. You find our website, you're going to go and sign up, and you say like, hey, I'm an employer. I want to give healthcare benefits that my employees will love. The way that we're going to do that is not through traditional group plan benefits, because those are kind of like one-size-fits-none solutions. What we can offer instead is an ICHRA, an individual coverage health reimbursement arrangement that will give an employee the health benefit, the tax-free pre-tax budget for an employee to pick the health benefits that they need. Maybe they would like to spend it on a therapist, or maybe they want better family coverage, or maybe they want a cheaper plan so that they have leftover budget to pay for their bills. Since that sounds great, we're going to go and sign up, create an account. Let's imagine we're Jane Doe and we work at Virtuous Venusians, an up-and-coming Ruby consultancy. And what we have to start with is giving employee an allowance. So the ICHRAs have a bunch of rules and regulations to make sure that you give your team like fair and correctly designed allowances. I'm going to go with the pre-set up employee roster here, but you can also upload a CSV. And yep, that looks all good. So these are my 5 employees. We're obviously in IT, and we have 5 people now. We're hoping to double next year. And we're going to have our health benefits start on January 1st, because we're in the middle of open enrollment. We want to make sure our employees are happy. That's the most important thing. So this is the big decision that you have to make as the CEO of Virtuous Venusians. You can give everyone the same budget, but that's not really fair, because healthcare costs vary by across the country. Some states are more expensive, some states are less expensive. What we have instead is come up with an algorithm. We have all this health plan data. We know what it costs across the United States, and instead have come up with a way to say that, like, look, we want to give everyone access to sort of like the same level of plans. And that would mean that, this person here in Atlanta that has dependents will get a bit more budget than this single younger person who lives in San Francisco. So with that said, we can now, start previewing what that will actually look like. So we can play around here with a few options. Maybe we want to optimize for cost. Maybe we want to also a little bit less dependent coverage. Or maybe we're like, no, actually, we want to give like a super great, awesome thing. Also here, as I mentioned before, you can also set up like fixed allowances, maybe customize them by state. Let's go with smart allowances and sort of like give everyone the equal amount of like purchasing power across the US. We live see here, what that will cost. We can also preview what kind of plans people will have access to. So let's take Alice here. Alice has some dependents, and we can see that since she lives in California, she will have access to Anthem, Blue Shield of California, and Kaiser. Here are some various plans, and also given the smart budget, the allowance here of $2,185, some of these plans will mean that she has to pay out of pocket on top of the allowance that you will grant her. But here are some other plans that will actually give her some leftover budget that she can use for other things. If this all looks good, we can then continue. Make sure that we configure the payroll deductions. We can connect to your payroll provider here, depending on the payroll provider you pick. We actually have like fully automated integrations. We can write the payroll deductions as needed to your payroll. If not, we will generate payroll files for you. If you go the manual route, you have to tell us what your payroll looks like so we can correctly configure them on the right time of the month. Well, set up some company details. That all looks good. Then connect to Plaid. So we we can make the deductions. I'm just going to go with the easy option here. That's the... Oh. Let's go. Yeah, I know. And connecting our bank account. And here we go. Confetti, yay, we're done. That took about 6 minutes. So the next step is you invite all your employees, make sure so that they can start creating their account and in setting up the plans that they want. So this looks good. Invite. There we go. They're all sent. Given that I have a few minutes left over, I can also show you what it actually looks like for them. So we're going to go in here. We're going to use Alice again. We'll explain to Alice what this will actually all look like. She also gets to create an account. Oh, have to agree to the terms and conditions. That's important. All right, she confirms her address, so we know what plans are available to her. We get the initial offer here. We can start adding dependents. So let's say that she's married to John Doe, and also we have like baby Johnny, who was born a couple years ago. There you go. All right, so we see now that, that because we have picked smart budget before, that her budget has increased because of the dependents that she also needs coverage for. And then we can look here what the available plans are. Now this is the part where people get stressed out. So they can search for any providers they want to have a network, or how often they use their insurance. But we also have some pre-packaged options here where we say that hey, maybe you want this bronze medical plan from Kaiser, this dental plan, this vision plan, and then you have some $700 left over to spend in our marketplace, or maybe to pay for your bills. That looks great. We're going to go with that. I'm going to skip over this because you just need to confirm all the things. I'm going to quickly show you the marketplace, what that will look like once you've completed sign up. So assuming you have leftover budget, then we can show you here all the things that you can spend that leftover budget on. So maybe you want an Oura ring. Maybe you want to do digestive health tests. Maybe you want to do menopause care, Peloton. These are all qualified medical expenses that you could spend your leftover budget on. Because at Thatch, we believe that you shouldn't just pay for health insurance, but by letting people not just pick the health insurance plan they need, but also these kind of things in our marketplace, you can actually prevent needing expensive insurance. You can find these things that will keep you happy and healthier, and therefore more productive. So that's kind of like my final minute, I think. So if you're interested, you can sign up at Thatch.com right now and get your team great healthcare. You can book a demo with our licensed insurance brokers, and of course, we're also hiring. Find our open positions at Thatch.com/jobs. There's also a bunch of socks over there next to the coffee machine, and myself and my coworkers Ankur and Vikram are around here if you want to chat with us. Thank you very much.